The U.S. beats the drums of war, Mark Zuckerberg testifies before Congress, and the British finally figure out that gun control doesn't seem to be working. But do they have an appropriate solution? Find out on Today with 2 cents. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Today with 2 cents on the Liberty Network. Well, the story that's been playing all throughout the news this week is war.
A bask in the glow of the rising war, lay waste to the ground of an enemy's shore. Wade through the blood spilled on the floor, and if another one stands, I'll kill some more.
President Trump seems fairly intent on retaliating against a chemical attack in Syria conducted by the Assad regime, and the rest of the government, Republican and Democrat alike, seem to stand in solidarity. But is such action appropriate?
Well, virtually all of official Washington, Republicans and Democrats, have united behind the idea that the United States has a moral obligation to go deeper into war in Syria. We already have thousands of troops in Syria, though you wouldn't know it from watching the other Robert Mueller-based channels. They're all Stormy Daniels all the time. But it's true we do, and one American soldier's already died in Syria. We've killed hundreds of Russian citizens so far there and lobbed in a series of cruise missiles. But that's not enough, the pundits say. We need a real war, something big and deadly, primarily to avenge the Syrian president Assad's poison gas attack on his own citizens over the weekend.
I'll tell you what I'd like to know. I'd like to hear a comprehensive report regarding how exactly we know that Assad was behind these chemical attacks, especially considering the fact that they seem to be so counterproductive to his stated goals. Further, what exactly is the plan? Invade and topple an oppressive dictator, just so that we can pack up, leave, and watch someone even worse set up shop? Gee, where did that happen recently? I strongly suspect there's something else going on here, but I won't speculate about that for now. But I mean, come on.
You know those people in Syria, I'm gonna them. That's why I will make sure that every terrorist on earth is dead. Leaders of North Korea, I'll them all, yeah!
On a different battlefront for the White House, the FBI raided the offices of Trump's personal attorney this week, something that any student of the criminal justice system knows is incredibly rare given attorney-client privilege.
That dramatic news from the White House. A furious President Trump firing back after the FBI raided the home, office, and hotel room of his longtime counsel and confidant, Michael Cohen. You see him right there. The president was surrounded by top military brass as he called this an attack on our country.
Agents seizing electronic devices and documents related to that $130,000 payment to porn star Stormy Daniels.
I won't speculate for now what will come of this, since there just aren't enough facts out yet. In order to seize an attorney's documents, a warrant had to have been secured, and since there could potentially be a breach of attorney-client privilege, there would have had to be some pretty damning evidence that such a raid was necessary. That is, of course, assuming that the criminal justice system is operating as it's supposed to. However, it is interesting that this allegedly has something to do with Trump's lawyer paying hush money to porn star Stormy Daniels. Look, there may well be a real crime that was committed here, be it that Stormy was actually threatened by Trump or that there was some campaign finance law broken. Only time will tell. However, if the FBI was willing to let Hillary Clinton go after it had proven that she compromised national security, one can't help but question the FBI's integrity in this investigation. That's not to say I think Trump is innocent. I don't know. But the double standards are appalling. Wouldn't it be great if we could vote with our wallets and refuse to fund corrupt agencies?
I sentence you to jail forever.
No.
You're fired.
The king of Facebook himself, Mark Zuckerberg, this week testified before Congress regarding the future of government internet regulation. As a company that receives hundreds of millions in government subsidies, it's no surprise that Zuckerberg would be in favor of at least some government regulations. However, something interesting did come up.
Senator, this is a really big question. I view us as a tech company because the primary thing that we do is build technology and products.
But you said you're responsible for your content, which makes
exactly.
you kind of a publisher, right?
Well, I agree that we're responsible for the content, but we don't produce the content. I think that when people ask us if we're a media company or a publisher, my understanding of what the heart of what they're really getting at is, do we feel a responsibility for the content on our platform? The answer to that, I think, is clearly yes. But I don't think that that's incompatible with fundamentally at our core being a technology company where the main thing that we do is have engineers and build products.
So Facebook is not simply an open platform, but possibly a publisher. If so, they better be ready to ramp up their censorship big time. If someone were to post something illegal on Facebook, then Facebook could be criminally liable, not just the person who posted it. Zuckerberg ought to rethink what his website exists for and how much he loves government regulation. It just might come back to bite him.
Hey, government. It's me, Butters. I just want to say, well, thanks for watching over me and doing everything you do. And if it wouldn't be too much trouble, I'd really like to get a puppy for Christmas this year. Night, government.
The people of Britain have long told us how silly the Second Amendment is. They have strict gun control, and everything is so much better. Oh wait, I guess the murder rate in London just surpassed the murder rate in New York. I know what we should do. Let's put guns back in the hands of law-abiding British citizens so that they can protect themselves. Right? No. Now they're moving to ban knives.
Usually civilized London has a problem, a soaring murder rate. In fact, in February and March, more people were killed in London than in New York City. One of the solutions, according to London's mayor, Sadiq Khan, more knife control. Tweeting this past weekend, "No excuses. There is never a reason to carry a knife. Anyone who does will be caught, and they will feel the full force of the law."
How exactly are you going to prepare food in your kitchen if you can't cut it? Those on the right used to say, well, if you ban guns, you're going to have to ban knives too, as a joke. But you can't parody this stuff. There's no limit to the lengths the leftists will go to maintain their power, even after their ideas are shown to be bunk. Thank God I don't live in London. I do hope they eventually learn.
If you throw the gun away, Larry will throw the knife away. Then it's a fair fight. 2-on-2. Mano a mano. Me and Larry versus you and your baby.
And it's time to unveil the weekly hottie. Drum roll, please. This week's weekly hottie is model Olivia Jordan, and she's got something interesting to say to all those butthurt feminists out there.
Hot right there. Sports Illustrated is, for me, the epitome of modeling. It's this opportunity to just showcase how feminine and sexy and empowered you are.
Damn! Suck on that, you dumbass feminazis.
The whole crew just made me feel so comfortable. It's such this positive, supportive, creative environment. And to turn around and see that the monitor was capturing that Sports Illustrated image that I'd always dreamed of was really crazy.
And that brings us to a close for this week. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, both on the Liberty Network and on my channel, My 2 Cents. And that's my 2 cents. So take it for what it's worth.